$1,800 each and every month for people on fixed income, low income. I have got all the new details just released. I have got all the important details what you need to know regarding this very important thing. So without a further ado, let's get right into all the details. And finally guys, here is the deal. Government is now saying that they want to provide $1,200 to the low income in upfront plus extra $600, that is total of $1,800 each and every month for low income fixed income. This means that those who are currently making low or basically no income can apply for these important program and they can able to receive these funds. One condition though, you need to meet certain requirements and we'll be going to talk about all the details right in this video. And finally, this is a great news for someone struggling financially right now and those can get the much needed relief. Now this act could potentially provide low income Americans with extra $600 a month on top of their current income. Now this is an incredible opportunity for those a specific group of people. Alright guys, now here is the deal. The world is still in midst of the pandemic and many people are still struggling to make their end meet. Now this piece of legislation is the great way to help out those people who are in most need and inject the money back into the economy. Today in this video I will discuss the most important act which is being currently discussed in the Congress, and this act is a piece of a legislation that would provide low income individuals and couples with monthly payment of $1,200 and additionally $600 per month, which would add up around $1,800 more per a month for some families, and this could mean the much needed help for those in need. Alright guys, now Representative Ilhan Omar recently penned an opt-out about this act and the details of it. This is the Support Act and it would identify low-income Americans and provide them with extra $600 per month for each individual. Now you know what? This is an incredible opportunity and could be life-changing for many people. Speaking of the Support Act, this is now currently being discussed right here into the Congress and being debated. Now the Support Act is a piece of legislation that would provide low-income individuals and couples earning $75,000 or less and $150,000 or less respectively for the couples with a monthly payment of $1,200, and additionally each dependent child will be going to receive additional $600 per month. Now this would add up around $1,800 more for each of the families, for some of the families, which could be really helpful for those in need. Now the Support Act is an attempt to provide much needed financial assistance for people those who need it by providing regular monthly payment of $1,200 per adult and additional $600 per child. Now this act would make significant difference for those who are struggling financially, and this would provide the needed financial boost. Therefore, as of right now, this is an important topic that Congress is discussing right now, and the primary proposal being discussed is the implementation of ongoing monthly payments for all the US citizens. You know what? Congresswoman Ilhan Omar has discussed about the proposal, and the proposal got additional legislation to the end got it's for the child poverty in the America. The child tax credit payments would be replaced with a higher payment dollar amount, ensuring that the basic needs are met for each and every child in the United States, and this would have a huge impact in the lives of millions of Americans. Definitely this is an idea which is worth discussing and debating. Now speaking of the current proposal is for establishing a permanent higher dollar amount for the child tax credit. Well, speaking of this proposal, what this mean for every child born in the United States? Well, it would mean that every child in the United States would be going to receive check for 18 years of their life, and this is regardless of their household income, which means a lot of money for the child and their parents. Now this proposal has been discussed for the past year and a half with representatives from both of the sides pushing for this important proposal, and we have seen proposal expanding the child tax credit CTC, making it a permanent and offering advance payments like those ones we saw in the second half of the 2021. The proposal is currently being discussed for $1,200 monthly check plus extra $600 bonus per each eligible child in a month. This means that landscape of our country economy could be drastically changed in the upcoming years. And guys, speaking of the latest update regarding this very important legislation, Representative Ilhan Omar on April 9, well, she was exactly talking about this ongoing $1,200 stimulus check for low-income individuals with additional $600 for each and every month with the Support Act. And this is the legislation that Congress is discussing, and they're discussing about distributing these ongoing monthly checks. So here's what they are doing. They want to identify the low-income Americans right here into the United States. And by the way, they want to identify low-income people due to this piece of legislation and what they are calling low-income individuals. And speaking of the eligibility, somebody earning $75,000 or less as an individual or $150,000 or less for a married couple, well, they could be qualifying as a low income individual. And seems like those are very high thresholds for the low income. But again, guys, as of right now, the details we got, they are identifying as a low income. So that's a great thing. And you know what, guys? If this piece of legislation is passed, this would definitely make our life much easier. I mean, you'd be getting extra $1,200 on a monthly basis and now extra $600 with the audit allowed per child. So if there happens to be a dependent child, you know what? You'll be getting extra about $1,800 if you got a single child. But I mean, if you have like two kids maybe, then for a married couple with two kids, you'll be talking about tons and tons of money. We are talking about all the way up to $3,000 to $4,000 maybe. And if you got two or three children, that is a lot of money. But guys, speaking of the latest details, whether it is passed or what's really happening, well, let me tell you. Currently, this act has been discussed and it has not been passed yet. I wanted to make this very, very clear. So currently, they are discussing this act, the piece of legislation, but looks like Congress is talking about it, especially the representatives are talking about when it comes down to it. Ilhan Omar is one of the representative who is pitching this. Basically, all they are discussing about the idea of sending out this ongoing monthly checks of $1,800, that is 1,200 plus $600 on a monthly basis. The end goal of this legislation is the end goal of this proposal is ending the child poverty in America. Basically, what they want to do is establishing and replacing the child tax credit, formerly known as CTC payments, and basically making all these child tax credit permanent and essentially rolling out this higher dollar amounts per month for basically every child born in the United States, regardless of their household income and other things. Like basically every child will be getting these higher dollar incomes, and post 18 years of their life they would be getting those money. So definitely it's not bad. Although guys, it's very important to remember that the Support Act is under consideration by Congress and they are debating on it, but nothing has set into the stones, nothing is fixed yet. However guys, this is a promising sign that government is attempting to provide much needed financial assistance for those who in need. And if the Support Act is passed, then it would make a huge difference in the lives of those who are financially struggling. Alright guys, that's all about today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.